The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Monday, January 8th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Yes, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN. You get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Hey, this is Pac-Man Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Monday, January 8th. Oh, it's a good day to be alive. Very good day to be alive. And, well, I mean, we had a pretty fire day, I think. I don't know. I didn't even ask my co-host, but I just would imagine so because I feel like we agreed a lot. The slate wasn't huge. Yeah, I like to talk shit. We're going to have an opportunity to talk shit. Also went 2-0 in my NFL plays, if you listen to the Sports Grid. All right, well, you're probably wondering who the hell you're listening to. Well, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dant, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Yes. And the chats, shout out to the chat. They're rocking. They're talking FCS National Championship. I did lose that game. But I almost would argue that had they not got stopped at the 1 yard line, that would have been a cover. Because if you look at the yardage, it doesn't speak to a game that's a 20-point win, essentially. But shout out to anyone that took South Dakota State. I took Montana. I had Montana plus 14. And what? South Dakota State outgained them by 104 yards. They should have won the game. Don't get me wrong. But if they don't get stopped on that 4th and goal at the 1 yard line, that would have been a victory. But shout out, whatever. Shit happens. Let's go. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, which you should be subscribed to, host of the Ryan and Rush Show, which you should be subscribed to. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Line Mac. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Yeah, winning day, winning Sunday. Always good to end the week on a winning note. Ready to get into this next week. This is college football ends tomorrow night officially, which means we really start getting into college hoops.
Yes. And they went light on the schedule a little bit, I feel like. Went light because they knew everyone's watching the Natty. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Game 1. They even had Phil Martelli.
I know.
They even had Phil Martelli coach, which that was a wrinkle that I when I learned that I go, fuck. He's gonna win. Too. He's gonna win. Shout out to Coke Booger, one of my favorite names in all of the chat. He gave us $50 compliments of his bookie from the weekend. Dang. Appreciate you, Coke Booger. I'm holding up a fucking drink if you can't tell. Yeah, Penn State 79, Michigan 73. Let's go. Well, I mean, there's a guy who drives a LeBaron. Now he's got Michigan playing for a national championship tomorrow night. He's also got the filthy Detroit Lions somehow in the playoffs. Go Rams. And I don't know what's going on with this college basketball team. Noah, paging Noah. Noah, clean up aisle 7. We got a spill.
Hey guys, I know this is my job, but I'm just gonna let you guys handle it.
Oh, you can't do that. I had to talk about West Virginia like for fucking 6 different times yesterday.
If my coach can do it, why can't I?
True. I was going to ask
you. Great fucking
you,
answer.
Because, so I flip on the game and I see Martelli coaching. And I thought the same thing. Colby was like, fuck. I didn't know that Martelli, I didn't know this was like,
no,
hey,
I saw the tweet. I saw the tweet like an hour before the game, and I'm like,
fuck. 5 minutes before.
Fuck, yeah.
What, Noah, what is this? Like Juwan Howard, he looks like Ron Rivera out there. He's like, I'm not going to coach this game. You coach the game. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Is he the coach or he's not the coach? You can't just pick and choose what game you want to coach. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Wait, but I thought he was paying homage because
Martelli. That's Phil Martelli's favorite arena in college basketball. He's a Philly.
So
guy.
Who knows what's happening behind the scenes? Maybe he's being classy. It's possible that he's like, hey man, you coached the beginning of the year. I took over. You had us playing our best ball, and also, man, this is your home. Thank you for getting my back while I was out. I don't know behind the scenes. Who fucking knows? But I'm with you.
Talk to the media.
It's fucking weird. Yeah.
I'm sorry. He's making over $3 million a year. Coach fucking team like that. That's your job. I get that. Hey, it's a nice gesture, but come on, Juwan Howard. This is ridiculous. You can't pick and choose what games you're going to coach, and they don't win when you coach anyway. So I guess it actually might have been the better.
No,
decision.
Phil Martelli is a better basketball coach than Juwan Howard. I would argue
no.
Any day.
It's good to know that whoever coaches this fucking team, they still blow second half leads. I don't care. You can't tell me that Juwan's a bad coach when we're all saying that Martelli is. They had a 14-point lead in the second half, and they blow it.
Ace Baldwin. Ace fucking Baldwin. Killing it. Tex in the chat says, first time catching you live. What's the story with Noah's cocktail napkin? Just wondered. Well,
just some numbers.
Yeah. He writes numbers down on the cocktail napkin. He loses money, then he jerks off into the cocktail napkin. He hopes the numbers are right the next day.
It's satiric. Everybody out there that you listen to, they've got their own models and systems. I don't claim to be a system guy, but I try to pick some spots where I think Ken Pom is lower on teams than me and the guys, and some spots where Ken Pom's higher on teams than me and the guys, and we fade that because the market pretty much comes out with Ken Pom's numbers, and then it gets bet around. So that's basically how it started. That's how I have numbers. I'm not a model guy. I don't run Excel spreadsheets and have all these formulas and shit. But yeah, Colby just started making fun of it with the cocktail napkin. He threw shit at the wall.
I questioned these fucking numbers he was coming up with. It sounded a lot like Patty C's numbers when Patty C's 30 beers in.
My numbers where it says best bet record though on our picks page isn't too bad.
There he is.
That's how he came up with the cocktail napkins, because Patty C would be 30 beers deep. And, I thought Noah was concocting some numbers that were similar because Patty C's just score check. And he's like, Alabama beat Ole Miss by 41.
I love when he does that.
Well, therefore, Ole Miss must be a terrible team. They cannot beat Tennessee. And
Scott G says TCU doesn't have a model. They just pick on hunches, and they're damn good at it.
Hey, there we go. Shout out to Scott G. Shout out to Sarah also in the chat. She goes, I am an Uber driver and my passengers love listening to you guys. Well, there we go.
I think we are a great
5 stars. Hey, right now, passengers listening, 5 stars. All right. I don't care if she drops you off in the middle of the fucking desert. All right. 5 stars. Folks.
Drop that review right now.
Yeah.
Doug goes out with 11, 4 or 11, 2 and 5 on the year. Yeah.
So no, is this actually is he actually done?
Yeah.
How?
The semester starts on the 9th.
No one's policing this shit.
Yeah, he's gonna play.
It's Michigan. We've policed our own our own.
What do you mean it's Michigan?
admissions.
You had a guy dressed up in Central Michigan gear.
We had
on the
Terrence
fucking
Shannon
sidelines.
Jr. and we rejected him due to grades.
Stop
and we had
doing this.
Caleb Love,
Stop doing
and we
this
pushed
high
him away.
fucking moral praise bullshit. Michigan's as dirty as any other fucking
like
program.
It, but it's true. Like,
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I will not believe this.
School is number one.
Yeah.
It is number one. Basketball is number two.
These Michigan fans, you start arguing with these Michigan fans.
YouTube.com, baby.
Yeah. You start arguing with these Michigan fans, and they think they're so fucking prestigious. Oh, we would never cheat. We would never cheat. Yeah.
Is this a fucking Ivy League?
Yeah. What the fuck out of here?
Hey, I mean, they're rolling guys ineligible. Their coach is saying, "All right, hey, you coach the team this game." Oh my God, what's wrong with Michigan? I guess you got all the good mojo in football.
2017 World Series champs, Houston Astros.
What?
I mean, people don't forget. They won it. They raised the
trophy. You're talking about Michigan.
Right. And a lot of teams were cheating in the MLB a couple of years ago. And
dude,
the Astros
I have no
won
problem.
They were the best.
I have no problem with them cheating. I have no problem because I know that
you're bitching about them cheating and Michigan being all high and
mighty. Hang on.
We're saying you're not squeaky clean. Is what we're saying.
Yes. They still hit that shit. There's to me. There's a right way. Look, I have no problem with what they're doing on the football field, cheating wise. I know a lot of people do. I don't. I remember, like I said, with Coach Leach sitting down with Mike Leach, rest in peace. And he would say, "Oh, those teams know our plays. This team's." I truly know that everyone's fucking cheating, but for Michigan to then the way they handle the fucking thing, and the way if that's Connor Stein's in Central Michigan, we have no fucking idea. You cannot tell me. And fuck that Fab Five. What the fuck are you talking about? We can go back. We can go back for forever here. You know what I mean? Like, stop lying to us. You're not some super you are the same as everybody else. You cheat at sports to get players there when it was illegal. Now it's legal. Okay. Move forward.
We didn't cheat to get players here. We ate a burger with a player to get him here.
Okay, but Bruce Pearl got fired for that at Tennessee. He had fucking kids at his house for a barbecue. All right, if we're gonna fucking call a spade, then fucking this shit happens everywhere. You know what I mean? Come on. And the way you handle it, the way you look down, you look down on Tennessee like they're the fucking worst institution because of shit like that. It's like that makes it even worse to me.
They do have 204 penalties or whatever.
I understand they've been cheating. Yeah, at least they just come out and they're just like, okay, it's like catching a bank robber where he's like, yeah, you guys got me. You guys are like, no, I never robbed that bank. Oh, we got you on camera right here. No, never robbed that bank.
Wasn't me.
Never robbed that bank. Well, I don't know. We got your blood type. We got your blood type. We have your semen in the vault for some reason. No, it's not me.
Michigan basketball punted on their season, so Michigan football could win a national championship.
I do believe.
No more questions at this time.
What a coward way to leave. Fuck out of here. Man. I gotta fucking answer all these fucking tweets and questions after I lose my fucking 60 yesterday, and then Noah's not taking any more questions.
I mean, I'm still answering them, but we're 13 minutes in. We've only recapped one college basketball game from the day.
That's the way I like this show being ran.
There's only like 15 games to recap and 10 to preview.
Shout out to Tommy B. He's donating $10 to me because he thinks that I should be in concussion protocol. So.
Yes. I don't know. The Mel Tucker thing. I'm actually, if everything I read is accurate.
Uh-oh. That's a big if.
I kind of think Michigan State knew they could get him off the hook more than I thought. Absolutely. More than I think they knew they were in the morally right side of this, being like, oh, you can't do this. It's like, no, this scandal's happening. We can push this forward and get him fired, and we wouldn't have to pay him $110 million. Based off of what I've read, there could be a bunch more shit out there.
By the way, new guy, Jonathan Smith, loved him at Oregon State. He's making some good moves at Michigan State already. Brings in state champion Tommy Schuster at quarterback.
Dog.
I mean, holy shit. Like, if they tap into the Schuster bloodline, he's got two other younger brothers that are D1 quarterbacks.
The Schuster.
Somewhat scary.
No, I watched him at North Dakota. Subscribe to the FCS College Football Experience that I host. He could play.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along because you guys asked me my favorite play of the day yesterday. Talking to the chat, I said it was the UMass Minutemen plus the points, and boom, this game was maybe the best game of the fucking day. UMass covers the line. They lose by 4 at Dayton. Shout out to Dayton. Deron Holmes went for 18-6. I like Dayton as a program, and I thought, man, you want to talk about a program that should bitch. It's not Michigan, it's Dayton, because they might have won the national championship the COVID year, or at least got to a Final Four. This was like a really good watch. I thought both teams were, almost on the same level there. Dayton's home edge, probably the difference in the game, if you ask me.
Yeah, I was walked away super impressed with UMass once again. I mean, they could have folded. Dayton made every fucking shot the first 10 minutes. I was like, we faded Dayton at home. That place is on fire. They may run them out of the gym, but you give UMass Frank Martin credit, man. They fought till the very, very end, switched defenses, made some plays, and they were right there to win the game and steal the game at the end, actually. I mean, they were down 2, had the ball, had a wide open 3, and the big kid missed it. So Coen. So you got to give UMass credit. They're good. Where you rank them in the A-10? They're easily top 4 for me.
Well, I mean, judging by what we've seen this year,
Dayton's
I don't even know.
One.
Mason might be, dude. It's Dayton or Mason, right?
Yeah.
UMass is right there too, though.
Yeah.
Look, when Dayton's got to go to UMass, I don't feel confident saying Dayton's going to walk in there and get the dub. Who am I forgetting? Maybe Davidson. Yeah, the Bonnie's Davidson.
I think UMass might be 3.
Yeah, I think they could be 2.
Yeah, they may be 2.
Yeah.
They may be 2.
Yeah.
They may. Yeah. Shout out to Frank. He's got a good team. I said it after the West Virginia game. He's built something there. They're getting more athletic and they're tough.
They fired him in South Carolina, right?
Yeah, that was fucking joke.
Now, I think Lamont Paris is a great coach, but I don't think Frank Martin deserved to be fired at South Carolina, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I tried to talk you into this one. I don't know if you listened or not, because, well, I live in my own world. All right.
That is
Niagara
true.
Falls, baby. Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
This Iona bullshit out of here. Folks, where are those shit talkers at now? I read like 10 shitty comments yesterday.
God damn.
I was 8 games over 500 yesterday. But I don't care. Keep leaving the comments. It makes me look good when there's 300 fucking comments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Niagara, money line play. Fuck you. Fuck you. I didn't take the money line, though, but I did take the points. But I think I said sprinkle the money line on the show last night, but I didn't actually bet the money line. That's my only regret. Did you end up taking Niagara here? Who'd you take?
I did, but I didn't bet it. And I got a kick. The comments were flying yesterday. I went back and looked. I get a kick. I like to do it once a week. I'll post just the clown comment. The one guy said, I don't even know if Mac watches these games. Motherfucker, I tweeted out my setup every single night.
Yeah.
Sorry that I didn't get eyes on freaking Coppin State and fucking North Carolina Central on Saturday with 150 games. We all of us watch 100 games a day. Sorry if we don't get to every single game. It's physically impossible.
You can put my wife on the stand because
you can put my fiance on there.
Yeah,
She's fucking pissed up there right
now.
My
wife's pregnant, so we spend like every minute with each other. She's like, you continue to watch these games all day, all fucking day. Because normally I'm at the studio, I'm at home.
Yeah,
I'm at home a lot of the days now, and she's just like, there's more games on. There's more games on.
yes.
You're gonna watch these. You already watched 7 hours of games. But we love this. And I'll have you know that we did this fucking podcast for years for free, never trying to do shit, but just we love college basketball. All right. So fuck you, whoever's chatting out there. I like having the anonymous fuck you. Fuck you, whoever is out there. What's up, Noah?
I mean, does it need to go unsaid? You lose a home game to Niagara. Tobin. Come on.
Oh yeah. I totally forgot about Tobin. Yeah.
I actually think at some point Tobin's gonna have to have a sit down with his wife and say, I think we should hire security. This guy keeps tweeting about me.
I didn't tweet about him today.
Yeah, honey, did you see any vans in the?
I was worried about my own house today. Like I didn't have. I had to play defense today with my school looking like shit in the back.
It's like there's this guy Noah Bieniek just tweeted about me 774 times in the past 6 months. Look,
must be a Purdue fan.
You said honey, you said that your brother-in-law or your stepbrother, he does security, right? Can we get him over here? Anyway,
shout out to Virgil. He's donated $2 3 times now. And
there you go. That's a 6-pack.
There you go, man. Virgil's the man. Appreciate you guys. Before we get to the next game, I want to tell you folks out there that the college basketball experience is brought to you by good old, DraftKings. Yes, folks. Have you checked out DraftKings Sportsbook? It is an official betting partner of the NFL playoffs. And look, it's bringing you an offer that'll help you make the playoffs, well, let's just say electrifying. All right. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. So what are you doing, folks? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code SGP. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the promo code SGP. The crown is yours, people. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem with gambling. Call 888-778-9777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 age plus, varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/football for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gambling resources. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Look, buying tickets to your favorite events shouldn't be that stressful. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy all tickets for sports, music, comedy, and theater that is near you. With killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll be having at that very event. So what are you doing, folks? Snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. It is perfect for the NFL playoffs, college football national championship, whatever. Download the Game Time app. Use that promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, terms apply. Redeeming code CFBX for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, we are back on the college basketball experience. The hits. I had a fire day, but I was disappointed in this one, because this game was kind of crazy. Wichita State loses to Temple. I know, Mac, did you bet Temple?
No, I thought about it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm so down on Wichita.
This game was all over the place. Wichita, like in the first half, I think had a 9-point lead. Then they lose. They were down 9 at the half, so it swung 18 points. And then even in the second half, Wichita made a run to get a little bit of a lead, and then Temple bounced right back. But Temple was the better team. Bad pick by Dundee. And I still think Temple sucks. I think this is more about Wichita. But I lost my first C note there. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I think Wichita sucks. So both teams do suck. Temple's got ECU on deck. There you go.
Loss. Next up, there was a little bit of a battle in the chat. I'm sorry, with my co-host, not in the chat. Might have been a battle in the chat. I want to talk to Noah for a second. Let's do a little.
This was a terrible pick.
Can we box Mac out? No, I'm joking. Is that you can't lay this many points with mid majors, man. You can't. You can't do it. Yeah. You can't do it. 9 out of 10, like 8 out of 10 times, that shit don't work. I thought this was a wild
usually
play.
Works
this
against
was a wild
IUPUI.
Play.
Usually works in home spots against IUPUI.
Still
only
a wild
Bob
play.
Moritz.
Wild play in my opinion. I remember I was looking at the picks this morning before the game started, and I was like, I can't believe that was his favorite one. Yeah, I was like, that's a wild fucking play because I don't know. Anyway, your thoughts on the game, Noah?
Oh, it was a bad pick. It was actually tight for like 35 minutes. So shout out to Mac. They had chances to where I think they could have taken a lead. IUPY could have taken a lead, maybe even competed to win this game. The Penguins pulled away late, but bad pick.
Ooey pooey.
Yeah, I mean, I took Ooey Poo. I didn't bet it, but you did, Mac. You crazy fuck. I didn't. Like I said, I do think the points is the statistically. Like, I have no proof of this, by the way. But over the past, like, me, NC, Nick, Patty C picked every college basketball game since I don't know, like 2017, and I always felt like in these big spreads, and maybe Noah's got a little bit of a point with Ooey Pooey because they were like one of the one team. There was like Chicago State that one year. But for the most part, I feel like when there's big ass spreads and you're in the Horizon League, the 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 times the points are when it's that big, you got to take the points. I don't know. It's just, maybe I'm full of shit. I don't know. But this is what if you were interviewing me on those since 2017, my feelings on betting the mid majors. I also lost $100 with Manhattan because fucking Aqueduct. The Aqueduct is playing ball. What the hell's going on here? Manhattan sucks too.
I joined on this one. I didn't love it, but I wanted to fade Quinnipiac here off that freaking fluke win the other night. But a couple teams keep getting these wins and they keep shutting me up. So Quinnipiac's in that group.
Yeah, and I had to go back and double check. I did not lock up Mount St. Mary's last night on the show. But I think last night after the show, I was not sober. And I did bet Mount St. Mary's and locked it up on the picks page. So I lost $100 on a game that I had no idea I had action on. I was like looking and I was like, why the fuck is my account lower? Sometimes you have moments like this. I did not even invest in the game because I didn't think I bet it. I'm sure we can all relate. If you're listening to the show, I feel like we can all relate. Sometimes you accidentally, I mean, when I say accidentally, I picked Mount St. Mary's. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying I completely forgot that I wagered on them, if that makes sense. Lost another $100 there. Mac, your thoughts on St. Peter's beating Mount St. Mary's?
St. Peter's had a good little week. Beat Iona, beat Mount St. Mary's, winners of what, 5 in a row now? Right, they're 4-0 in league play against Manhattan on next
These
Sunday.
Peacocks, are they dancing again? What the fuck's going on here?
We might have to fade them next game. They're a little too hot right now.
And then I couldn't believe one of the things last night that I couldn't believe. I remember I gave Noah the pep talk, and you guys can give me the pep talk too at some point when I really have a losing night. Not that you guys did tonight, but there's one team in Connecticut playing better than any other team in Connecticut. You can hang up all the fucking trophies you want, the plaques you want, but these Fairfield Stags are my fucking dogs. All right, I loaded up on them. I watched the whole game. This team is. Well, why play the rest of the season? Crown them. Quote my guy Denny Green. You want to crown him? Crown him. I will crown him. I will crown him. They were up, what, 20 at half? I don't even know.
Yeah.
My poor wife had to sit there and watch as I was watching Fairfield Athletics. It's like a prison sentence to a woman. Anyway, what'd you make of my Stags being absolutely incredible? Dream team, the first dream team or Fairfield? Who wins?
Right now, Fairfield's fucking everybody up. Now I had Marist. I thought this was a good spot for Marist off a couple of non-con losses. They should have won at fucking Notre Dame. All of a sudden, Notre Dame's like the best team in the country. They're hanging with everybody in ACC play. But yeah, no, Marist, they got drilled today. Fairfield, Northridge, Green Bay. I'm trying to think of these other mid majors that just keep on covering every single fucking game.
Well, I'll tell you this, buddy. Fairfield's like they're by far better than any team in this conference to me. When I watch them play, Now
Might
I hope
take
they don't
Niagara
peak
against him. Niagara's pretty good.
I hope they don't peak right now.
Yeah.
We've seen that before in college hoops.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, they're like, I'm just going to keep riding this. I don't think the market's adjusted yet. And shout out to how do I pronounce his name here? Aramis, maybe. I can't read, dude, but I appreciate you listening. And he said, "What's up, Detroit in the building? Hey, I have a clothing brand I want to give Colby and Max some merch. We can make that happen. And it's just shoot us an email. Here, DM me at the Colby D. How about that on Twitter at the Colby D? And appreciate that and best wishes with your clothing brand. And yeah, we can make that happen. Canisius, Ryder, the moving company, in a classic. The moving company was whooping their ass early on. I turned it off. I stopped watching this. There was too much other shit on. I don't know how this game went to overtime. I don't know how it went to overtime, but walk me through this because I imagine you kept watching.
Yeah, I gotta stop betting on Ryder because like they're so painful to watch. They should have won this game by 20. And
that's what I'm saying. When I was watching, they were dominating this game, and I was like, "Fuck this Canisius team." But
did you bet Canisius? No,
I did not. But I was close. I'll be honest. You want to know behind the scenes? I kind of like the Canisius team I saw earlier, so I was watching with the hopes of saying, ever since the Syracuse game, I thought Canisius is kind of good. So
they hung with Pitt too. I mean, you're right.
Yeah,
they have.
That's what I'm saying. So like sometimes if you have a team or two like Green Bay, I don't bet Green Bay every game, but I kind of want to follow them. What happened though? What happened? They
couldn't get a stop. They couldn't stop the bleeding. Canisius just kept scoring, and I'm like, holy fuck! Am I really gonna lose this one? They're up 20. Are they really not gonna win this game outright anymore? And they got it done at overtime. Moving company, let's go.
Moving company. Oh wait, did I battle you? Did I battle you last night? Did I bet this? No, I didn't. Right?
I don't know. It was a long show by the time we got to this.
I battled him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't think I bet this. Yeah. There we go.
Golden Griffins. I took a L here.
Dude, but at least it went to overtime. This is not a bad. Noah dips out. No,
I love his quick dips. I did it. See,
so I battle this. Peace. Get the fuck out of there.
It's like fuck you guys.
Yeah. How's that for analysis? So I did bet this though. This morning I was sitting there. I was like, I want action or more shit. I also hit on my NFL game, so I was like, okay, gotta throw in a few more bets. Indiana State. If you got the picks page app, I told you this team, dude. This team, in my opinion, right now, is one of the 20 best teams in America.
I agree,
and I think now, providing the path, I know they'll probably get fucked over because they're in the Missouri Valley. They'll probably get like an 8-9 seed. Assuming they win the Valley, which I know there's a good conference. There's a lot of season left, but I think they're one of the 20 best teams in America right now. I really I feel pretty good about that statement.
They're good, man. I love this team, and they got Drake and Belmont. Yeah, no, I bet Northern Iowa. I guess I'm a sucker for Northern Iowa. I love Ben Jacobson. Love that program. It was the short number with the home dog. JMU had fallen, FAU had fallen. It felt like it was time for Indiana State to fall, but dude, they honestly, Northern Iowa kind of dressed it up. It really was an 11-point game. I would probably say it was more of a 15-20. They controlled the entire game. They're good. They score from all 5 positions. It's a good team. They can win. They can win a game in the tournament for sure. Maybe 2.
Dude, I think they could. I mean,
they can get to the second weekend.
That's what I'm saying. I think they could be a Sweet 16 team. I mean, maybe if the right, you never know. To me, you get in. What was it? The year K-State went to the Elite 8.
Yeah,
they got UMBC in the second round. So you never know. But I just think they're Sweet 16 good.
Yeah, and remember last year we both said that about Drake the entire year. They drew Miami. Miami goes to the Final Four. Drake was leading the entire game up at the under 4 timeout. Yeah. And just gave the game to Miami. Maybe Drake was the one that was going to go to the Final Four. Maybe Indiana State could make the
same with Memphis. You could say Memphis, Florida Atlantic last year. Yep. I mean, there's The games are razor thin. That's what makes the tournament so fucking amazing. So I hit on Indiana State. I had a fire day, folks. I was 8-4 ATS on my locks, and that's just college hoops. And this one here obviously was the biggest one because, there comes a point in life.
I joined you on this, by the way, last minute.
There we go. See, he knows what I'm talking about. This guy knows.
I didn't want to do it last night.
He knows the rhythm of the show. All right.
I thought you were drinking. I go, he's like me with West Virginia. And then I dove into it this morning. I go, I think this is a good spot. So take it away.
Well, you have moments in life. I think I told everyone on this show, take your parents' money, your girlfriend's money, your wife's money, your whoever, and put it on East Carolina minus the points. And I think this number climbed a little bit. It went to 4.5. Don't panic. Don't fucking panic. Because East Carolina is gonna go. They got your back. You know what I mean? They got your back when you're in a dark place in life. They have your back at all times. So I mean,
because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. ECU 62, Tulsa 57.
There was nothing that we couldn't do. We set out to defend our name, and now we'll never be the same. Never be the same.
God damn it, that song is fire. It opened at like 1 or 1.5. That thing climbed. Wow. Hi. How are you? You can imagine I was dancing around the fucking house. Shout out to Knight Rider. Gave us $10. Loves the sax and the song. That is look, I've recommended this for a while. Valentine's Day is coming right up, folks, in a month and a week. In my opinion, leave that bullshit Kenny G nonsense out of there. Don't even try to do that. I do recommend. To me, I love jazz music. Miles Davis. There's a lot of great jazz musicians you can get into. But in case you don't want to be that guy with a glass of wine, playing Miles Davis or something, which I would question. But I believe the ECU song will pop on a Valentine's Day. Get a little champagne, a little pink champagne. Throw some flowers on the fucking all throughout the house. Play that ECU song on repeat. It is a panty dropper. Just saying right there. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. You'll get laid. You get laid with that song, baby.
That's what I'm saying. Certain things that are just the saxophone in life is one of those things that I think leads to vagina. Saxophone. It's like A plus B equals C. Saxophone equals vagina.
Not the clarinet. Not the clarinet.
No, saxophone, rainfall, saxophone equals vagina. How about that?
There you go.
All right. So even if you got a forecast rain, get one of those bullshit machines in your house. If you live in the desert, play that. You can go to YouTube and just play fucking rainfall. Yeah. Get the saxophone going. Play that ECU song. God damn it. I mean, 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE can give you a lot of tips. All right, let's go. Yeah, Ric Flair robe always recommended at any point in life. Actually, that's not even with Valentine's Day. That's a power move in life at any time. We took Belmont against Drake. Oh, why didn't I bet this? God damn it. Belmont 87, Drake 65. Woo! Your thoughts?
Yeah, man, I really wanted to bet Belmont. We should have last night. They drilled them. This is a 30-point game, basically.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a good program. And Casey Alexander got tossed the other night, so you knew they'd be ready to go.
I love the Missouri Valley. I've loved the Missouri Valley for like 30 years. Probably my favorite conference. I don't know. I love the A10 a lot too, but South Florida +4 for me. I did bet this. Saw 4 was out there because I know on the show we called it at 3.5. So fuck you to anyone that DM'd me saying your South Florida pick sucked. Fuck you. That's why you should have multiple places, unless they're DraftKings, which DraftKings is the best and they sponsor us right now. South Florida +4 push. Damn it, we should have hit this though, man. We should have hit this.
We should have. I guess it's evened out with ECU because they made the 2 free throws. South Florida gave up the 2 free throws.
Yeah. And by the way, shout out to GBO Farms. Belmont, start your football program. I completely agree. What in the fuck? You're a college in Tennessee. Lipscomb, Belmont, for you not having football programs, I don't really respect you that much. Get your shit together. Noah, what's up though about this South Florida UAB game?
Yeah, this was a tough one to lose.
It was just a neck and neck game for the most part.
Yeah, it was a pretty even game. Our angle about the look ahead spot almost came through, I guess, but the Bulls actually had a good shooting day today, so like I can't complain. UAB's righted the ship, maybe. Now they got FAU on deck.
Yeah.
Talking to Noah is like talking to a guy that's like on a fucking bridge about to jump off the fucking bridge. He's like, I guess.
Well, I'm also sick, so I feel miserable to begin with.
You got to get yourself a fireball shot to get you going for tomorrow night.
Hey Bieniek, I don't know if you know this, but we're live. We're live right now, buddy. I'm fucking with you. Noah's a great guy. Shout out to
212 people watching. You say you're sick,
Mr. Bieniek. Anyway, Noah's great. Noah's great. If you knew behind the scenes how much Noah does, he's a great fucking guy. It's not his fault that that Juwan Howard doesn't know if he wants to coach or not. Don't worry about the guy. All right. So somebody buy Noah a fucking shot if you see him at a bar in Michigan. Who's in Michigan? That guy's sending us shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta have you guys meet up.
I'm not gonna lie. I freaking was feel like shit earlier this afternoon. Maybe it was just from last night. Then I cracked open a cold one and I felt like a spring chicken. So I was like, hey, there we are. I'm back. So yeah. Maybe you need.
There's a thing
called one, Noah.
There's a thing called like live TV. I know we're on the interwebs, but I'm saying like you're live, buddy. All right, got to pick it up. I'm fucking with you, buddy. Don't worry. Michigan will win a game against Minnesota. Maybe later.
We fucking lost at home to Minnesota.
Yeah, I know. I feel like revenge. That's a revenge spot. I actually like, folks. 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE gives away. Take Michigan at the barn. Later in, do they wait? The Big Ten's so big now. I don't even think they play at the barn.
No, they won't play there for like 6 years. I hate college
sports these days. What the fuck's going on? Yeah. Anyway.
Shout out to Chad G. He enjoys my misery.
Big fan. Me and Chad are friends. And first off, I agree with Chad. I'm a huge fan of sports misery. Remember when the Cubs were playing like the Marlins or they're playing somebody, huh? They're playing somebody.
Yeah. Bartman.
And I've had nothing. I've had nothing against the Cubs my entire life. Liked Andre Dawson, like Sean Dunston, all these guys. But I thought the whole city of Chicago, I think maybe the fact that I was doing stand up in Chicago that week or something. That's all everybody could talk about. And I was like, this would be fucking great if they could fucking lose. Even though I have no animosity towards them. I wondered, why am I being such an asshole with this? And I thought, I dove into myself and I thought magic mushrooms might have been involved, but I realized that I hate people's happiness when it comes to sports. If it's not my team, you know what I mean? Unless you're gambling on it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, it's like Cleveland Brown fans. I love the Cleveland Browns as an organization. You know what I mean? Like like historically, not now, but I'm saying like Jim Brown, the fucking legacy, the uniforms, everything. But yet I find myself, and they're in the playoffs, and I go into a Cleveland Browns bar. I'm like, man, I hope they fucking get destroyed. And I'm like, why? Why do I think like that?
We got to bet the Texans on Saturday. Everybody's praising Flacco like he's God.
Dude, but I want the Browns to win that game, but it's just I know they care so much. Houston Texans fans don't care that much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, whatever. Let the Texans have a win. I don't know. Anyway, it's just, you ever look at yourself, you know, if you ever dive deep into yourself, Bieniek, you discover things that sports misery. It's one of the greatest things. I think that's for the elevated sports fan.
Yeah.
It's for the elevated sports fan. Sports misery. If you're cheering on sports misery, you're on our level. Noah, come back here, please. Paging aisle 9. We locked up. Speaking of sports misery, I think we should sentence Mac to a decade of sports misery for going up against for going up against our Chicago State Cougars, who dropped a clean 69 points. That's even better than losing. You know,
nice.
They dropped 69 on those UTEP Miners. Covered with ease. I got 11 on this too. I got 11 on this. Let's go. Noah, our thoughts about why are we the most genius fucking people on the planet betting Chicago State?
I have no other thoughts. I think it's just fact. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we're a couple of sharps. I know, you got the Michigan hat on, but we were sharps with this one. We knew the moment. We knew El Paso, Texas, who still, I am 86 from the comedy clubs in El Paso, Texas. That's a great story I could tell you about. Yes, I knew the moment. Chicago State, there's no one going to this fucking game. They haven't supported UTEP athletics in a while. So they need to hire a new AD. Chicago State's good. They're a quality team these days. They're not the Chicago State 3 years ago.
Yep. Chicago State World Tour, it rolls on. Fairleigh Dickinson's up next. They're going for that FDU.
we know who Noah will be on.
I don't hate FDU. I hate Tobin. I told you guys.
This is a bad pick by me. I just thought, man. Well, I actually have had success fading Chicago State here recently. I think against Oklahoma State and Cal Baptist, they've just played so many fucking games where it's like their legs start looking like they're giving out a little bit.
But there's also got to be a rhythm to that too, right?
There's also UTEP's not very good at all.
They can't, dude. If you would have told me yesterday Chicago State's going to have 69 points, I would have said money line 100%. I can't believe UTEP scored 74 points in a basketball game.
What was my prediction? 72-50 or something? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But
there was a lot of cocktails on last night's show, and we were on hour 3 when we were picking UTEP Chicago State.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sparty Party MSU in the chat. I mean, I could tell he hasn't been listening to the show too long because I was on McNeese money line and I locked up the beach points. There's not a bigger dirtbag fan out there than me. I've got a Dirtbags baseball jersey that I usually hang up when it's not Michigan National Championship time in Florida basketball. And I was on McNeese State money line, just Michigan basketball sharp.
Are you picking him out because his name's Sparty?
Well, he was coming at me. He's mentioning the 2 mid majors that we lost this year.
I want to talk about something in a second here. We didn't bet this, but Northern Kentucky plus the points against Cleveland State hit. This game was awesome.
Great game.
This game was fucking awesome. Why didn't we bet this? We should have bet this because I felt like the points was the right side. Shout out to the Vikings for getting that dub. This was a back and forth game. I actually think this you could argue is maybe the best game of the day too.
Yeah, these Horizon games are always good. So always love watching the Horizon. Like you said, Northern Kentucky, Cleveland State, good programs. Northern Kentucky beat Cleveland State last year in the postseason tournament. So this is a nice revenge game.
It is. We also took SMU in the points.
Should have bet this, man.
Yeah, cash. Memphis wins 62-59. I think this SMU team's a quality team.
I know. They're athletic, man.
Yeah. And then Maryland blows a 10-point lead, or what? 11-point lead, maybe even.
Yeah, they collapse in the second half at the barn.
And this Minnesota team.
I hate
still
them. I hate them
ends up
so much.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that good, but they keep finding ways to win.
What is Cole talking about here? What a season-long pick'em challenge by the SGPN boys. What do you mean? What the fuck? I mean, what is that?
Maybe,
what is he talking about?
It's
maybe
probably, yeah, probably NFL, which just
okay.
ended today.
Okay. Gotcha.
He might have done well.
Thought he meant college hoops. I was like, what is he talking about?
We should run one, but we don't.
No, a good lock battle win. You took Minnesota.
Yeah, I did, but I mean,
yeah, you wouldn't know. Talking to the guy, he's like, I just want to fucking slip my wrist and fucking jerk off in a fucking corner, right?
I kind of luck boxed my way out of this one though. They were trailing for most of this game, right?
The game turned for Maryland when Reese got the fourth foul with 12 minutes left. That completely flipped the game upside down. Maryland should have won the game, but you. By the way, did you guys see the missed goaltending call? When the fucking Maryland guy ripped down the rim, I'm like, how the fuck do you miss that? Like, what are you fucking watching? Some of these fucking referees, and I had Maryland. I'm like, oh my god, that's goaltending.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I forgot about that because it covered, but yes.
Holy fuck, that was bad.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, that was bad. That was really bad. But we made up for it the next game because Northwestern 88, Sparty 74. Money line play that we gave away. Victory lane. Noah, I know you'd like to talk shit about Michigan State. Now is a good time to hop back in because a 14-point loss to a private school pussy that was doing the flying squirrel for the past couple of years is a great opportunity to talk shit.
They've beat them 3 in a row now. And I talked about that a little bit last night. They play Sparty well for some reason. Sparty was due for one of these games. Now Izzo will run off 6 in a row.
Northwestern used to be a rollover team, but they're good at home, man. The new Welsh Ryan Arena, I've said it plenty of times on the show.
Boo booey.
They actually have a home court advantage, and yes, holy shit. Boo.
You know, they're killing me on the football front.
In the first half.
Yes, I do know.
Yes.
Getting rid of Ryan Field is something they should not do.
I have actually been lucky enough to go, and I was at Ryan Field once. Was able to go on the field, but
were they doing that stupid dome?
Yeah, they're doing some bullshit like MLS Stadium. Like,
honestly,
remodel Ryan Field. You have one of the most classic stadiums in college football, and you're fucking this up. But anyway, shout out to your basketball program.
Are you surprised though that that they would be going to a dome?
I mean, if there was, I hate these institutions. You know, like I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit how many cures for cancer you might have. All right, look, when it comes to athletics, you've been bitches for a long fucking time. All right.
It kind of fits that they're going to a dome. They're a dome team.
Yeah, well, it's like one of those retractable things. So it's like not even a full dome. No, it's like right, isn't it a retractable GBO?
Yeah.
It's like a modern, but you have like a legendary stadium. There's not many stadiums that old. This is like Penn at Franklin Field. Just remodel it. You have something. You have a chip. You have a golden chip. You've survived like over 100 years. Save that thing and move forward. You can remodel it some. Guess what? It happens all the fucking time. I can give you 1,000 fucking examples. But instead, you want some new bullshit with noise. There's even worse because Michael Barker. Shout out to College Football Campus Tour. If you haven't followed Michael Barker, you need to.
He was on ESPN the other day.
Yes, and well deservingly. And he was telling me that their new stadium has noise requirements for people in the because they're close to housing.
Yeah,
and they're gonna have things where you can't play. Like he explained to me all this shit, and I go, this is bullshit. This is just bullshit. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Sounds like my high school football stadium.
Yeah,
it was the exact same thing. but it butted right up to some houses, and the lights would have to be off by like 11:30 at night.
Yeah,
So
fucking.
stupid.
Who the fuck is complaining? I would love to drive a dump truck through their fucking home. All right, I would love to. Somebody. All right, let's get to game balls because I mean, top game ball for me is Fairfield. They're fucking. Just give them the championship now. Get this shit over with. Where you going?
The team that you just went on a rant about, Northwestern. I know you just completely bashed their ass for fucking 5 minutes, but they got a hell of a win. They beat Sparty three in a row.
Great win though.
They fucked them up. They almost put up 90 on fucking Sparty, so they get a game ball.
Yeah.
Those fucking pussies get a game ball. They are so fucking soft. I hate them.
They are the worst. In my opinion, they did Pat Fitzgerald dirty too.
Oh, I know that was ridiculous.
Dive into that fucking story, folks. Don't just read the fucking headlines. The headlines tell you the shit's terrible. Dive into that fucking story. Second game ball. Well, Minnesota's got to get a game ball. I hate to say it, but I mean, what the fuck?
They're good, man.
They're 12-3.
I'm looking forward to their collapse, but yes,
12-3.
They're fucking playing good ball.
Who's your next game ball?
Let's go to State College. That was a good comeback. 14 points down to Michigan. Grinded that thing out. Ace Baldwin, Mike Rhodes, they get a game ball. Hail State.
Yeah. Third game ball. That's a good game ball, by the way.
Actually, no, wait, there we are. They don't say, they do say Hail State, but that's not the right Hail State. That's Mississippi State.
That's true. That is true. Penn State fans will say anything though. My buddy Sean Stack of the Money Green. He's
a bandwagon Penn State fan. They're going down week 1 next year. How the fuck?
I've always wondered this. He's not a college football guy. Now he likes football, but he's like, he was at Penn State. How the fuck? I get it. He's from Philadelphia, and in the Northeast during this point of history.
Yeah,
because historically that's the creation of college football.
Did he go to Penn State?
He did.
No, he went to Lehigh.
No, he went to Penn State. Penn State. He worked at the fucking Quiznos in Penn State. He's got a fucking stand-up bit about it.
Yeah, how is he not a diehard Penn State fan?
That's what I'm saying. It's he was dropping acid in the fucking Durham Saturdays. He wasn't catching the games. You know what I mean?
He's all Eagles.
Let's give him a hard time.
Penn State could beat the Eagles right now. Oh my god,
probably could. Yeah,
the Eagles fucking suck.
Third game ball, Cleveland State. They beat a rival.
Yeah.
Let's go. Zoidberg said acid. Back when acid was good.
Yeah.
Fair. I would say even further than that personally. I think it peaked pre Dundee, but Cleveland State is my final game ball. Big time win against a rival. Take that, George Clooney. I saw your fucking shitty movies. All right. Your last shitty movie. All right. Get back there. All right. Northern Kentucky. And by the way, shout out to our, my buddy. And I'm terrible right now because I'm consuming and I'm sure he's listening and I'm fucking this up. Fuck me. I'm fucking this up. Nah, the Cleveland State. My buddy did a tweet about this and I'm fucking this up. Let me see if I can quickly find this. To give him the
was this Roto Brady?
Yes, Brady. That's his name.
Yeah, Brady.
Shout out to him who did a tweet. Thank you, Noah. Regarding that, the fact he's been fighting for Northern Kentucky to have a football team for a long time, and it's a chippy rivalry, Northern Kentucky and Cleveland State in basketball. He thinks both teams should start football programs. He did a great tweet about it. Brady is a lawyer in Lexington, I believe. Somewhere around there, but he's an NKU grad. I agree. It makes no mistake why you shouldn't have football programs. To me, it's you want to help your athletic department. Football is the answer. Anyway, Mac, what's your final game ball?
What would I have? Oh, Belmont. Belmont gets game ball. They completely annihilated Drake. That was a great win.
Yeah, that was a fucking huge win, man. That one might pay off later. All right, let's get to tomorrow. But before we get to tomorrow, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL, NBA, NHL. All right, that's predictable a little bit. They got college hoops and college football, though, people. And I'm using this fucking app all the time. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. Noah, I know you've been writing tons of great articles over there on sportsgamblingpodcast.com. You can get those for free. We don't charge for shit, people. All right. Noah, what do you like about tomorrow's slate, buddy?
All right, so I'm just playing Rob's little line here for the cocktail run for Mac real quick. But so college basketball, no lines are currently out there right now. However, we're gonna do some college football national championship player projections. How about that? So I have a question for both of you guys. How often do you guys think about the Roman Empire?
What?
This is a meme like 2 months ago.
Once a year.
Okay, like
No, I think more because
maybe
the meme
in
was
the spring. It's movie season. Start
no,
diving into
even
some
with
things.
like the way that like I get outraged like this like earlier today, a fan of ours was arguing that Justin Fields got hit late, and I was like, oh, I really didn't care. I mean, in my opinion, I think the quarterback slide is ruining, it puts you in a position to get hit. So I was, just like in my head, football was originally like kind of like a gridiron sport, almost like built on the Romans, like gladiator, you know what I mean? So I think about shit like that sometimes. Maybe I'm full of shit. I don't know. Noah, continue.
Yeah. So anyways, the meme was that, all guys think about it all the time or whatever. And then girls don't think about it at all. So I went with the meme. There's two guys named Rome or Roman in this game going on, and I'm going to back both of them. We're going to start with Rome Odunze for Washington, their top receiver. I'm going to take his higher than 15.55 fantasy points. It is 11-3 so far this season. And I think there's one offense comparable to Washington that Michigan's faced so far this season. That was Ohio State's. And they've got a wide receiver by the name of Marvin Harrison Jr. If you live under a rock, you might not have heard of him before, but also one of the top receivers in the country. Marvin Harrison Jr. had 25.8 fantasy points against Michigan. I think the secondary is very good, but I also think a wide receiver as talented as Odunze is going to get his. So give me his higher than 15.55 fantasy points. And if he gets into the end zone, that's 6 fantasy points right there. And we're talking about PPR, or I think it's a half point per reception, and he just needs 50 so yards to get this with a couple of catches. Then I'm taking you to the other Roman Wilson from Michigan. I'm taking his higher than 48.5 receiving yards. In the first 9 games of the season, when I think JJ was healthy and able to throw the ball and be mobile in the pocket, this was 8-1. Then you could say when they faced better competition, this did not hit, but I would argue Washington's defense isn't as good as Maryland, Penn State, Ohio State, Iowa. I just think they're a little bit.
So you can say Penn State and Iowa. Don't throw Maryland in there.
And Ohio State.
Fair, but just don't put Maryland. Just don't put Maryland in there.
Okay, so
Loxley.
Point still stands. I think Washington's defense is just a little bit worse than those 4 teams that the offense was not having its greatest games against. We saw the offense have a better game against Alabama, and Roman Wilson was the number 1 option for JJ in that game. So higher than 48.5 receiving yards. This is 8-2 on the season when JJ has been healthy. And then the last one, I just want Michigan have a steady diet of pound the fucking rock tomorrow. So give me the lower than 26.5 pass attempts from JJ McCarthy in the last 5 games. And again, I think he was hurt, but also top competition they faced all year: Maryland, Penn State, Ohio State, Alabama, Iowa. This is 4-1 in those 5 games. He's thrown less than 26.5 pass attempts in 4 of those 5 games. So I think that's a great play too. So that's the 3-pick play.
Noah Bieniek doing great work. I'm sorry, the chat's cracking me up. Folks, Noah's. And look, I actually think I agree with the majority of those. I don't know about the McCarthy one. We'll talk about that. But folks, he's writing an article all the time, and he's doing great fucking work.
Yeah, we'll see.
Podcast.
We'll see if Underdog Fantasy drops any player projections tomorrow for college basketball. If they do, there will be an article out on sportsgamblingpodcast.com like there is daily.
Deshay in the chat saying he loves the under 26.5. See, I think I do think running the ball is a huge factor on this game. Texas did not do that. But I also think one of the things in football, don't become too predictable. And it'll be interesting to see, because I think that I'm fascinated by this national championship. I think it's like the most interesting national championship in a long time as far as styles. Yes, so Georgia Bama was fantastic, but this one is like completely different styles. Georgia Bama was kind of the same teams going up against each other.
So you say don't be predictable. I say don't be too cute, which I think they got too cute against Alabama. I prefer Michigan football the way they played against Penn State, where they do not throw a single pass after 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
That game was beautiful. That game was beautiful to me.
I want that.
But also, I would also say, like, you're doing that because Penn State can't move the ball.
But they were also the number 2 rush defense in the country going into that game, and we shoved it right down their throat. So I think it's going to be able to work against anybody.
But dude, some of those stats in the Big Ten,
yes, I agree. But
to
also
me, a conference of bullshit stats. But
the Big Ten doesn't have any quarterbacks. They run the ball because that's all they do. I think that's legitimate. I really do.
No, but fair.
I don't think our run game is explosive for what it's worth. Like, I think we'll get 3-4 yards on every run.
Yeah,
and that works. Just bleed the clock. Don't let Penix have 7
key.
possessions.
That's key. But I think that I also don't think that's just line up and run the ball personally. And I love lining up and running the ball. I think you have to exploit. They did some power runs with McCarthy. They also, like, Harbaugh always does a great job with play action. I think those are huge elements. Getting the tight end involved, Loveland. I think those are your advantages. But yes, extending drives, I would say, is the bigger thing, because that's how you really eat a clock. And to me, that's
that clock. Suck
that clock, as NC Nick says. Suck that clock. Let's go, folks. But Noah's doing great articles on sportsgamblingpodcast.com or the SGPN app, which is free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store. And yeah, and Rob said, Rob, I disagree with Rob here. Shout out to Rob though; he's a great guy. Knows
I disagree
sports
for what it's worth too.
Well, because he said the last time Penix faced Big Ten defense, he sucked. He didn't have Caleb DeBauer that year. He was at Fresno State. I think that's half the battle here. But anyway, folks, Underdog Fantasy is fantastic. You can honestly get things with college football and college basketball that you cannot get anywhere else. We have a lot of sponsors. I've been talking about Rogaine and fucking other shit, dick pills, everything. But I'm telling you, not that I don't believe in those products. I really believe in Underdog Fantasy because they offer shit that really, especially regarding our show, football and basketball and baseball, that you cannot get anywhere else. So get on over there. Use the promo code TCE when you sign up and you get a $100 deposit bonus. Once again, TCE SGPN. I'm sorry, TCE SGPN. I fucked that up on the first part. But hop on over there, do that. And yeah, let's go. All right.
I think, for my prediction, I think Noah Bieniek will be very happy tomorrow night.
I'm in like a win-win spot, but at the same time, like, I think people have disrespected Washington for a long fucking time.
Yeah. But I'm so pissed off Alabama blew that 7-point lead and cost me all my fucking futures. So, but no, I like the matchup for Michigan. I think they're going to be able to control the line of scrimmage.
For what it's worth, I don't mean to disrespect Washington. I had Washington in a dog parlay conference championship weekend. I loved the Huskies the entire year. But you think there's a light at the end of the tunnel? Really, it's just the train of the fucking Michigan football team. Let's go.
I do agree
tunnels.
with.
All right.
I do agree with Noah that like they did get cute against Alabama and they kind of survived, and now they can settle in. So
I would also say Washington got a little too cute with Texas as a rebuttal.
And Sarkisian's a dumbass and decided he wasn't going to run the ball at all.
But in my opinion, like I'm on Washington. Now I'm okay with whoever wins because I'm a Jim Harbaugh fan, believe it or not. I like Jim Harbaugh, and I'm okay with that. But I also believe like Washington has been in the best conference, in my opinion, this year. They have beaten the best teams, and they have been disrespected because of a bias against the West Coast, in my opinion. I grew up on the East Coast. Not one of these guys like growing up loving the Pac-10. I just think the results are the results, and I believe it was the best conference in football this year. And what's that?
Is it Harbaugh's last game?
I hope not, because I love Harbaugh in college football. College football, I hope it's becoming more corporate by the day. And you need faces like this. This is why I'm terrified of college hoops with Jay Wright and Coach K and all these great faces leaving. Jim Harbaugh, whether you're an Ohio State fan or not, or you just can't stand the guy, makes college football better. Makes college football better. I learned this about Spurrier. Spurrier, I fucking hated. Spurrier and Bowden, I hated. And they left the game, and I was like, you know what? They were so great at being the villain.
Yeah.
I fucking miss it. I miss it. Now I don't care that they have Ron Zook. You know what I mean? So you need that. And I hope he stays at Michigan. Like I said, I'm not disappointed if they win tomorrow. I think it's going to be a fantastic national championship because of the styles. The styles are going to make for a great game. But I do think Washington, in my opinion, right now, I think Washington's the better team. I think they've been the better team all year. I think they've been the more complete team all year. So I'm riding Washington. But would I be shocked if Jim Harbaugh won? Not at all. Anyway, subscribe to Underdog Fantasy. Sign up.
And the college football experience.
Yeah, college football experience. We'll be live tomorrow, pregame, after game, all that shit. We're good. We got a game at 11 a.m.
There we go.
Pacific time. Texas A&M Commerce is heading to New Orleans, the Big Easy. New Orleans won by 6 the last time they played at Lakefront Arena. You just don't walk into that lakefront. You get intimidated while you're walking into that lakefront. You just can't just walk into New Orleans and get that dub. But I think you can cover 2.5 and maybe get that dub. Give me Texas A&M Commerce Casino, even though I know they shit the bet against McNeese at the time. What are you doing here?
Well, we have to lock this. You know that, right?
Yeah, so I'm locking Commerce.
I'm on the other side. Give me New Orleans. I thought that was kind of a Super Bowl spot for Commerce. New Orleans back at home. You always take the home team in these games. Those kids will be riled up.
Wait. A Super Bowl spot, but New Orleans won by 6 last time they played, February 16th. I'm sorry. It's a new year. Last year.
No, I'm talking about Commerce Super Bowl spot against McNeese.
I know, but I'm saying, you don't think there's revenge? I don't look at Commerce as some hot spot transfer portal spot. I think they're looking at this fucking New Orleans privateers bullshit. And by the way, their athletic director wanted to start their football program. They voted against it. So you're riding with pussies. All right. Have fun with that one. Give me Commerce all day.
Schlesinger, let's go. They're going to get it done.
No,
all day.
Give it the home team. No, what are you doing here?
You know, I like to think that the lock battles on the isolated games, the standalone games, don't apply to me. So I like to hang behind. But today I didn't have a single bet going into the show. I needed excuses to take some bets. We found out like 10 minutes before the show that this was a standalone game, this time change to the afternoon. And what do you know? It's January 8th. School's back. Hopefully there's some elementary kids here in New Orleans.
Yeah, get those kids in there.
Yeah, come on. Pack this.
If I know anything about the New Orleans education system, I don't think they will be in class. So there you go.
But I like
high chances. High chances of children. Gee, I can't talk. Go.
True.
Figure it.
True, but I'm gonna hope for my own angle. But I like what Max said too. Like off the McNeese State game, there's some kind of angle where you're playing up against one of the best teams in the conference. New Orleans did play in-state rivals Southeastern Louisiana. They lost a close one. This is a nice bounce back spot. They're at home.
No, that is exactly the angle.
No,
they got up for that one.
Back.
No,
this is a
it's
back.
a letdown spot. You're not.
You know
looking.
what this is?
You're not
This is a
looking.
lock
Open up your
battle.
third eye. Open up your third eye. Let's go.
You're going down. We already took Commerce the last time.
Dundee going down in the land down under.
Oh,
He won't find it.
It's been on fire lately.
New Orleans. New Orleans all day, baby. Noah. You got to play the music.
Yeah.
I played that music already. Oh, the battle music. Okay, I didn't play the battle music. I played the winning money music, but okay.
It's a small world when you've got unbelievable tits, right?
I didn't mean to play that. Shout out to the movie Kingpin. We got a battle. Give me Commerce. Texas A&M Commerce. Road Dogs, baby. Bieniek. Mac. Riding with the Privateers. How can you take a team called the Privateers? The entitlement from the fucking start. The entitlement from the start.
You're going to fuck them
I
up.
know what that really means, by the way.
You're going to fuck them up by 6.
Let's go. Northeastern, Monmouth.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you.
I'm locking up Monmouth. Everyone hates on Monmouth. They keep covering. They're a fucking good basketball team. King Rice, big fan. His son's on the fucking team. All right. Get this Northeastern shit. Let me tell you something. Retirement's calling. He's calling for your boy. What are you doing here?
Oh no, you just disrespected him. Lock battle. Let's go Northeastern. They beat Monmouth last year. Let's go.
Last year Monmouth had a brand new team.
Down 7-6-5.
Northeastern had their worst team ever last year. They're getting this done.
Monmouth had their worst team in the King Rice era. You're losing money here.
Northeastern,
You're losing money. Dundee.
Bill Coen.
Monmouth. The Hawks fly. Mac, he's riding with them bullshit Terriers that quit their football program. This is a good side. This is a good analysis, by the way. I'm gonna rep the teams. That essentially haven't canceled their football programs in the past 20 years to some.
We're playing basketball.
Bullshit PR pressure. Yeah, but if they did that, think of what they do to the basketball program. If there's some type of study about, I don't know, your dicks get soft the more you play basketball or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I might even be behind that study. I don't know. But anyway, next up, Norfolk State. This game's awesome, by the way. This is like a low-key awesome game. Norfolk State's at North Carolina Central. Central's laying 1.5. I think we should bet Norfolk State.
But the game's in. These are the two best teams.
Yes, this game is to me like my favorite game of the day.
I don't have a bet on this. I'm just gonna watch it.
Do I need to remind you that Central's won 5 straight?
Yeah, but it's Lavelle Moden at home. It's hard to fade that angle.
You hate Norfolk State for some reason.
No, I think they're good. I like Lavelle Moden and North Carolina Central. They're good too. I think these are two evenly matched teams. I think it comes right down the wire.
Gonna have to disagree. Lock Norfolk State. Let's fucking ride. Spartans. Let's go. Let's go. I love Lavelle Moden. Lavelle Moden is a great fucking guy. And he's a really underrated basketball coach. He probably should have a better job than he does, even though I think he enjoys being Central's head coach. I just think it's a bad spot for them. They just beat Howard. Howard's a rival. McNeese is laying 19.5 points at Northwestern State. I'm dying hard on your boy Give me the fucking points. Give me the points. They're going to fall asleep here. This is a sleepy game. McNeese wins by 16. 16. I expect you to be joining me, but I'll be disappointed if you're not.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
They're coming off a 20-point loss at Lamar. This is a great bounce back. They're going to lose by 10. Let's go.
I made shit on Northwestern State.
I know.
A decent amount the past month. Or past 30 days.
McNeese's numbers are way inflated now. Everybody loves Will Wade. Will Wade's a good coach. They win by 10 tomorrow.
I like it. Delaware State's at Morgan State. Delaware State's laying 4.5. Can't do it. Give me Morgan State, but I am not betting this.
I was so tempted to go Morgan. Give me Morgan State, but I'm not betting this. I don't. The Hornets are my team.
I mean, I just don't feel. They're always like a 20-point dog. That's why they're your team. Now they're a 5-point favorite almost.
I know it. Ugh. I've made so much money on them. they cover every game. It's great.
Yeah, no, they're great. Love the program. Buzz, sting, not so much. Delaware State is a team that, to me, you're scared when they're this big of a favorite. Maryland Eastern Shore is laying 1.5 at Coppin State. Oh boy, this shit is getting fantastic on a Monday.
I mean,
4-9.
We got some teams laying points that have never laid points.
I'm on Coppin here. You know where this is at, right? You know this is being played.
This is
in Baltimore,
right?
Maryland, at the Physical Education Complex.
Yeah.
Yes, that means the PE complex. This is the same gymnasium that you played on in 5th grade. So that is a great angle for why you take Coppin State. Maryland Eastern Shore thinks they're college athletes, and they are.
Bring your gym clothes.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to hit the water fountain at halftime. Vending machine might be available if you need a quick sugar boost for a Milky Way. But this is a for sure. I know it's crazy. You look and say, why would I take Coppin State 1-14? They want you to take Eastern Shore. Coppin State is winning this, and I think we should lock it.
Do you remember the last time I locked Coppin against UMBC at home? They won by fucking 20. I think the same thing. Maybe not 20, but I think Coppin wins. Let's go. I'm with you.
I can't wait to watch this game.
Oh, they're going to win.
You'll never get this on ESPN, right? You'll never get this shit on ESPN.
Bring your water bottle.
This is a fucking fun game. It's a fun game. Don't clog up. Don't be an asshole. If you're going to this game, don't be an asshole. If you're one of the 7 people going to the game, don't be an asshole and clog up the water fountain right before half. All right? The players got to play. We need to hit the water fountain. Let's go. Howard is now laying 5.5 at South Carolina State.
Everybody wants to take Howard, don't they?
My only problem is Howard was lost 2 in a row, is it?
Yeah.
I think
South
Howard
Carolina
gets right.
State. South Carolina State just took Norfolk State to the wire. South Carolina State's good at home. Beat Jacksonville, almost beat Norfolk State.
I could totally see them covering this, but I just think Howard is a better team than 5-11. They're a better team than 5-11 too. At the same time, looking back at the last time they played on March 8th, Howard won by 36 points. I'll take Howard.
Yeah, but that game was at Howard. When they played at South Carolina State, I think
that was a tournament game, right? March 8th?
Yeah.
Tournament game. Neutral site, right?
When they played at South Carolina State, it was a 4-point game. So, give me a gross lock here. Give them dogs. Home dog here. Give me South Carolina State, lock it up. I think they're going to win.
I got brain man, Coen, but they're counting down 7-6-5.
Dogs.
Battle. The Bison, you fuck with the horns, you fucking lose to these Bulldogs. Get this little Bulldog bullshit out of here. They all die. Bulldogs die all young. They can't fucking breathe right. You know what I mean? They're They're faulty dogs. I love Bulldogs, but they're faulty
What
dogs.
do you got against Bulldogs?
They die young. Their genetics is all fucked up. They're supposed to, your average dog that size is supposed to live like 14 years, 15 years. They die at like 7 because they can't fucking breathe. But they're not going to be able to breathe when that Howard defense gets up in that ass. All right, let's go. Give me the Bison.
Colby just shit on UGA 1, UGA 2, UGA 3, UGA 4, UGA 5, UGA 6, UGA 7, and UGA 8 all at once. How dare you?
Well, the Bison have been hunted by Native Americans, by whatever, and they're barely even a creature on the fucking planet. You could have brought some animal knowledge back. You could have brought it back at us, but instead you just shit on Georgia. All right. No, I honestly just think Howard's a better team in my opinion. If we're cutting all the bullshit aside, yeah, the Bison are endangered. That's racist, Noah. You can't say that these days. All right. All right. So
my
no,
card's
honestly,
going to be so gross tomorrow night. It's great.
No, this is a great fucking slate for college hoops fans. If you love college hoops, this is where we find out the real from the fake. You know what I mean?
Fantastic.
Because I love the fucking
I'm sorry,
slate.
guys. I'm fake. I'm probably not watching any of these games tomorrow.
Really?
I'm preoccupied.
Go hang out with fucking Connor Stallions over there, motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. You got some Central Michigan gear in your closet there?
Connor Stallions is probably going to be front row at Energy Stadium.
Probably.
That stadium sucks. That stadium fucking sucks. Can we get college basketball or college football back in college football stadiums? Please. Thank you. Houston Christians catching 12.5 at Corpus Christi, not Commerce. Texas A&M Corpus Christi. That's way too many points. That's way too many points.
I agree. I'll take the points. No bet here. No bet.
Yeah. Incarnate Word is getting 8 at Lamar. Lamar's been a team that's been fucking with me all year, man.
I know.
and I because I never believed that they're that good. But here I am again. Give me Incarnate Word plus 8. What are you doing here?
I like Incarnate Word here. Lamar's off a 20-point win. I'm just going to take the points here.
Yeah.
What?
No, you just crack me up. Your analysis, you're like, all right, I'm not going to go any deeper than that. Let's just take the points.
It's Incarnate Word and Lamar. I don't have a bet here. Like Lamar, they looked good the other day.
We should consider picks page potentially. 8 points is too fucking much. It's too fucking much. Yeah.
I agree. Lamar just won by 20. When's the last time they won by 20?
I can't. I just can't.
Lamar's been a team. Telling them how good they are. Yeah.
Folks, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets. The sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGP to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets.
Colby, after further investigation, let's lock up Incarnate Word.
Yes.
This is way too.
This is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
This is what I was looking for. Thought you were going light on us, man. Thought you were checking out, I don't know. You're on the internet playing blackjack while we're doing this fucking episode. So I don't know.
I mean, Incarnate Word, they battled Corpus Christi the other day. I think they battle here. Game comes down the wire.
Yeah. Let's go. And next we're going to H.O. Clemens Arena in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Fascinated by this matchup if you really want to get down to it.
This is a great game.
Alabama State won by 3 last year. And guess what? Alabama State is a 3.5 point favorite. In my opinion, this is Las Vegas being very sloppy. They're looking at last year and they're saying, who gives a fuck? National championship's on. Make it a 3.5 point favorite because State's got the better record than Pine Bluff. Well, I've been known to put out an APB And
APB's gonna fuck them up.
That's what I'm saying. I've also been known to go to the Golden Lion Chinese restaurant spot there in Vegas. Let's go.
Lock.
Plus 135 on the money line. Put out an APB on APB. Pine Bluff wins outright. This Alabama State bullshit out of here.
They got so lucky against my guys from Mississippi Valley State. They got so lucky on Saturday. They barely won. Mississippi Valley State had to leave with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, moneyline SWAC. That's what they call him. Moneyline SWAC because he knows his fucking
my
SWAC
and
hoops.
MEAC, baby.
Texas Southern is catching 1.5 at Grambling State. This line fucking shortened up, man. It was at 3.5, and I was about to lock up Southern. Nope, but give me Southern. Give me Southern. Southern's due for a win here. What are you doing here?
I think we should lock Texas Southern. This is their league. They always get us.
They're not good this year, man. I've watched.
You know, we said that last year though, and then they started winning games left and right. Remember they were the fucking 8 seed and they won the tournament.
I understand. But I mean, Grambling's not as good as like. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's bet it. All Texas Southern. I just got burned on Southern as one of my locks against Southern. But I think you might be onto something. What does he say in Reservoir Dogs? You don't need proof when you got instinct. But we got instinct to fucking bet on Texas Southern. All right, let's go. Alabama A&M is laying 8.5 at Valley State.
Oh, disrespectful.
The teams are combined 2-26.
And they're laying 8.5
Dude,
on the
A&M
road.
won by 2 last year on February 11th. This is a smash spot.
They beat Pine Bluff on Saturday by 1. Lucky as hell. They partied. They ain't thinking about Mississippi Valley. Mississippi Valley is winning their first game. Money line that shit tomorrow. Let's fucking go. They covered easy on Saturday too.
I'm with you. Give me the 8.5. If I ever had a shit ton of money and you wondered what I would do with it, I would support Delta Devil Athletics because I fucking love everything about the Delta Devils. They've been ass in basketball and football, but they keep on fighting on. And their name, the Delta Devils, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't get much better than that name. What's up, Noah?
So, trivia for you. Mississippi Valley State is dead last in the country in 5 different important stat categories. Can you name one of them?
Let's see. Offense,
rebounding.
So offense, they are dead last.
Free throw,
rebounding.
Rebounding, they are second to dead last. So, this is just disrespectful. It's too many points, though. Like Alabama and A&M is not 8 points better than them in Mississippi Valley State.
8.5.
With the
I'm
best
seeing 8.5.
broadcast crew in the country. Tune into this game for the
line.
beginning of the game at least.
Wait, is this a triple lock?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
The Delta Devils.
Home dog 0-14 team. Come on, Detroit. Take notes when they get this win.
Detroit already had their chance against IUPUI and they blew it by 20.
That was
Final game on the night. Prairie View is getting 6.5 at Southern. Now, Southern did drill them a year ago by 14. But you know I'm a PV guy.
Yep.
Give me the points. I don't give a shit if it's at FG Clark Center. I don't give a shit that Southern's 5-0 ATS at home.
This is fringe lock.
We're PV side, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. Locking up all the SWAC games.
I think honestly, like Southern 7-7, and folks, if you know the SWAC's scheduling, like the team scheduling, not the conference scheduling, that means like Southern and Prairie View are a lot better than their record. They really are. Like you wanted to it's easy to laugh at these schools when if you're just blindly a college basketball fan that doesn't realize that they spend 2 months on the road, like they're the fucking Rolling Stones in '71. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm actually a little bit disappointed that it didn't play a little bit better in non-conference straight up. They were covering a bunch of games, but I think these are like some of the more talented SWAC rosters we've seen. Colby and I were doing the SWAC preview in the beginning of the year. They were like, SWAC's actually like up this year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. And I think Prairie View can cover this game. And I actually think it wouldn't surprise me if you sprinkled that money line. Southern's a good team, though, so I don't want to just disrespect what they've done. I think Southern is a good team, but I think Prairie View can cover 6.5. I actually see a 7 out there too right now.
I think they're going to win. I think they have a chance to win this game.
Yeah,
I think these are two evenly matched teams.
And look, I don't know anything about Prairie View and Southern, but I can tell you this: Rod Slickland is 100% correct when it comes to Tennessee State. I read an article about Tennessee State being deprived like over $100 million since like 1905. And they didn't get hip to it until like the past 5 years. 100% correct. And I hope they get their money. I know the state probably won't even give them that money because they probably don't even have that money. They'll probably do it over like a 30-year plan. But yeah, I think we should lock up Prairie View. So that's a lock.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. Panther Pride. Shout out to Bubba McDowell. Let's go. Load up. I love the slate tomorrow. But now we have to ask ourselves the most important question, which is, what's our favorite bet on the board?
Good question.
I mean, I kind of think the McNeese Northwestern State line is just insane, but gun to my head here, which is literally like having a fucking gun to your head right here. Give me Valley State plus 8.5.
The 0-14 team. It's great.
I think that's the best play on the board.
For my favorite,
it might be Prairie View. I feel like it's one of those two.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can talk me into Monmouth, but Northeastern has had a history of getting up. You know,
they're good in league play, man.
That's what I'm saying. They've had a history of getting up, so I don't know that I trust that as much as. And then Lavelle Moton, even though I like Norfolk State tomorrow, and I bet that Lavelle Moton's a damn good coach, so he could get. It wouldn't shock me. Northwestern State, I could be talked into as the smartest play.
I think I like Pine Bluff as my favorite.
Okay. I'm going to take Valley State. You take Pine Bluff. Noah, what's your favorite play of the day, buddy? Don't give me some college football bullshit. Prop shit.
I don't need any spread on this game. Just give me the money line and I'll be jubilant. Michigan football money line. Sorry, Colby. No, I'm going Narlands. Laying the points. Private.
The early game. There we go.
There we go, folks.
I'll get my sweat out of the way, and then I'll have the sweat for the night too. Go Blue.
Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. And remember, if Washington wins, I do expect you to bombard his Twitter handle with obscenities. Moneyline Mac is on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Give him a follow. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. I love doing this show, guys. I love talking to you. Shout out to all the people in the chat, anyone that showed up to watch the show, or anyone that donated money. Obviously, that's fantastic. It helps us more than you fucking know. We are grateful. And tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow with a college football show. Obviously, talking national championship. So hop on over, check out the College Football Experience, and don't forget, we're back tomorrow night with the College Basketball Experience. Until next time, folks.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
I know that too. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Yes, late tomorrow, Clark.
Yeah, it's got me thinking about the good shit. The minute that I seen your grill again, it made me good trip. Good dog the mind back like dog will wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit me can back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip, cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for who? Just get it straight, cause he caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Yeah, sing it.